Hi everyone, I just downloaded and learned about this AutoHotkey. You can do whole lots of things. All I know is just a very basic, um, simple commands that I set up and use, but it's worth sharing. It's very, very useful. My original motivation of doing this is using the magnifier. So let me switch to this one here. If you're using Windows system, it says window plus symbol will turn on this magnifier. So using this setting option there, I could set up these magnifier shape like this, kind of more horizontal shape. And it was really good. To turn this one off, the hotkey was window escape. So I wanted to use this a lot in recording, and when I'm presenting, I realized this is very useful. And this when you turn off, this window escape key was a bit inconvenient. So I wanted to redefine this one. Window on the left hand and somewhere to the right side of the keyboard, here is a dot symbol in the number pad. So I set that so that I can easily do that without doing left hand awkward. My escape key is over there. So that was my main motivation. And other things that I felt is that Alt Tab, and for example, in this thing in here, I changed that to Alt Tab is also a little bit inconvenient for me. So I changed it to Alt Slash, which is on the right side. So if you do that, and you will switch around various other things like that. Also within this web browser, if you do Control Tab, you can switch back and forth to these different tabs here. And that's also, I find it useful. Again, the tab is over there, so it was a little bit awkward. So I changed to slash. So it's Control Slash will go whatever the tab you want to do. So those are the kind of the main things, and I'll show you a couple more that I wanted to do with this hotkey. So all this hotkey can be set up, and that's the main point of this video. So go to this AutoHotkey. I looked it up. It is very safe program. It's been there more than a decade. I download it, and then you're going to write a little script in the text text editor. First of all, let me show you that this is how it looks like, and this is a notepad. You can see I'm using magnifier whenever I'm presenting. I find this really useful. This is a notepad, but when you are saving this one, you have to use a different extension name. I think I have pulled it up in here. Let me show you with the property. This was the file and Chang-keys, but it's got to have this AHK AutoHotkey, that's the extension name. So when you save this notepad, choose all files option and declare this extension name .ahk. That's very important part. Once you have that, you will have this file created, and the icon is not going to be just a text pad document. This AutoHotkey document, after you install it, it's going to recognize that. So let me go back to this one in here. This is big enough, so I'm going to turn that one off. All right, I have to deal with this one. My hotkey for OBS is set such that it keeps giving me this weird thing. Let me first explain the Windows. Go back in here. That was a window escape thing. So here it is. We want to reset this window escape to window dot in the number pad, and that's what we're doing. So let's go back to here. So you can see this symbol in AutoHotkey is a window key. So if I hit the window key, hold down, and the number pad dot, and then there's a syntax. And next thing, whenever I hit this one, window key and number pad dot, it's going to send the following combination of key. Window key, hold down, and escape symbol. So I don't have to actually hit Windows escape. If I hit Windows number dot, it's going to do that one. So if you type that one and return, and it's going to set this one up. Next thing was Alt tab to switch around the different windows, and Control tab to switch around different tabs within a window um, internet browser or Chrome browser. So this is the symbol for Alt. So Alt slash, if I enter Alt slash, and this is going to send Alt and hold this one down and hit Tab key. And if it is Control, this is a symbol for Control. Of course, if you go to AutoHotkey software, it has all the tables of all the keys and how to do that and all. So it's a slash. If I do Control slash and Control down, tab is what it's going to perform. So those are the two things. Let me explain. Once this script is ready, you have to save it, and you have to go to the Windows Explorer and right-click on that. Let me go to magnified. Right-click on that file and run the script, and then you'll be able to use all the hotkeys you defined. But if it is not going to change for a while, and then you want to run this all the time whenever you turn on the computer, and what they allow you to do is you go and change that to independent exe file. So that's the earlier one here was a hotkey text file, and you have to run the script. But this is an independent file, my hotkeys. I just renamed it. Then it's just going to run it no matter what. For example, if you put that one, I think, in a different computer without hotkey things defined, it might work. Maybe I'm wrong. Let me go and show you where that is. Under this window menu, after you install it, you will have this command to convert AutoHotkey file to exe file. That's the executable file. Now, once you have that generated, you want to place this file in the startup list. And this is what I learned from the internet and how to do that. You have to go to, you have to hit Window R. If you hit Window R, you will have these run command showed up at the bottom of these Windows desk. And you have to type shell :startup and hit OK. And it's going to pull up this particular location where the startup file is supposed to be added. Right now, I have only one additional startup file is added here. It's not actually the file. It's a shortcut key that's added there. That was what's recommended and from the internet source. So as you can see there, and magnify a little bit further, this is not actual file. This little arrow thing indicates that it's an shortcut key. So you go to your file, the original location, which was over here, and you have that right click and generate your, go to, I forgot what that was. I think it was a send to, that's right. You can do send to here and you can create a shortcut. Maybe not. Let me go and find that. It was actually part of the main menu. If you click on the right click here, you can find the create shortcut, and it's going to generate shortcut right next to it. Now that cut and paste to this startup thing in there. And the next time when you reboot the computer, it's going to run this automatically, so you can always use those hotkey without actually running your script. So that's a fantastic app I recommend you to use. That's it.